Ho ho, mother truckers, it's Christmas. What's going on, guys? I'm Josiah, and welcome to today's Christmas special, where we are playing Kyle is Santa. The new DLC for Kyle is Famous. So, before I get started on the video, I want to wish everybody watching a Merry Christmas. I hope you got everything that you wanted, and all you can get me for Christmas is just hit that subscribe bell icon down below. Go ahead. Oh, wait. You done? Good. On to the video. Alright, let's just push start. Kyle wakes up. He is famous. Yeah, we've read all this in the last video. Go ahead and push that iCard up there or in the description. Alright. So, Kyle's first decision of the morning was made wisely. Embrace the Christmas spirit. As Kyle started to leave his bed, something stopped him. Maybe it was a smell in the air, maybe it was the chill from outside, or maybe it was just pure luck. Kyle had been imbued with the spirit of Christmas. I cannot read today. In an instant, Kyle began to hear the dreams and wishes of every child in the world all at once. Kyle's newfound abilities were quite overwhelming. He clutched his head and screamed loudly. The voices did not stop. Kyle curled into a small ball and rocked back and forth. Not to be left alone, Kyle was gifted with a Christmas miracle. Small bumps began forming under his skin, pushing upwards. That is scary. Kyle's skin began to stretch and tear, letting loose a small army of elves that had been growing in his stomach. What? Wait a minute. We made a pretty big jump there. The elves scattered around Kyle's apartment, foraging for anything remotely nutritious to feed on. Kyle birthed an elf army. He had been chosen to become Santa Claus. What? Okay. Kyle decided that the best course of action was to fulfill his duties as Santa Claus. Good decision. Kyle stepped out of bed, stray elves falling from various holes in his skin. Kyle must continue his day as Santa Claus. Alright, Kyle exited his bed and took a quick glance around his bedroom. Let's open the closet, I guess. Choose an outfit. Santa suit! Yes! Kyle properly chose to dress as Santa, who he was. Let's sit at desk, probably. Create Santa's list. There we go. Kyle knew he must construct his naughty and nice list. He began to think of all the people in his life. Kyle thought of Gabby. Alright, Gabby sounds nice. We'll give it to her. Rachel, sure, we'll do nice. Techno Jim, I mean, he got us popularity in the last video, so Kyle thought of Kyle, yes. Everybody's nice today. Move to kitchen. Let's see if we can get... Ooh, make Christmas cookies. Yes! I want some cookies right now. Not gonna lie. He opened every drawer and cupboard in his kitchen, trying to decide what would top his cookies with. Soon he had narrowed it down to 4 choices: dirt, silverware, dead rats, and sprinkles. You got quite the variety here. We'll do sprinkles. Kyle placed a generous amount of sprinkles on each cookie. They were delicious. Good. Alright, we ate, so let's leave apartment. Go on Santa duties. Give presents to children. Kyle could think of nothing better than to gather children around him and give them presents. Kyle supposed it was possible there were children in the nearby park, so he quickly walked over. Upon arriving, Kyle saw several families happily walking around and playing in the snow. Kyle called for the families to gather around him. The children bounced over expectantly. Kyle presented the children with a gift. Gift nothing or wisdom. I don't have anything else, so let's just do wisdom. Children, it is time to listen to Santa, said Kyle. The children leaned in eagerly. I have lived a long and full life, said Kyle, and seen many things no man could imagine. From the many experiences I've had and people I've met, I feel qualified to give you this piece of wisdom. Kyle coughed into his hand and took a deep breath. Don't feed your girlfriend sea monkeys on the first date. There may not be a second. The children stared at Kyle blankly. Yeah, I mean, it kinda, yeah. Uncomfortably, the group shuffled their feet in silence. After a moment, one of the parents spoke. Actually, yeah, I can back him up on this. Tried it with my first girl. And she ended up gagging at the table. No, he's right. Us girls don't like that, said a mother. Remember when you tried that on me, Dale? Dale remembered and grinned. Yeah, she's still stuck with me. Must have done something right. The group of parents laughed appreciatively and started swapping stories of their first dates. Hey, we did something good! Kyle screamed and tore at his stomach. More elves were on their way out. That would scar some children's. In a sudden explosion, the group was covered in hungry, crawling elf flesh. Sorry. The parents were whipped into a frenzy of pulling elves off themselves and their children. Kyle, uncomfortable with the situation, decided to leave. On his way home, Kyle greeted everyone he passed. Inside his door, he stopped and smiled. He knew he had done something wonderful for the children in his community. Kyle gifted wisdom. Okay, that was good. I liked that. Back to room. Scavenge elves. Kyle winced as he realized he would probably need to bring some elves along. So he grabbed a nearby bag and started to crawl around furiously, grabbing elves left and right. Soon, Kyle's bag was mostly full of elves. That's enough, I guess. Now I got a bag full of elves. Let's move to kitchen, make Christmas cookies. You know, I like a little bit of, I like a little bit of dead rat in my cookies. Kyle placed one of the dead rats in his sink on each cookie. They were very bad. Yeah, I figured they would be. Check locked door. Use Christmas magic. ... Kyle hurried to the set. What? Kyle approached her. Rachel looked up. Oh, that's Rachel. Dump elves on Rachel, yes! Before Rachel could completely finish her sentence, Kyle took his bag of elves and dumped them on her. The elves grabbed onto Rachel with a deathly, unshakable grip. Kyle, what on earth? Said Rachel. She bolted out of her chair and tried to bat the elves off of her. These, Rachel, said Kyle, are your newest and bestest friends. You must take good care of them. The elves looked Rachel in the eyes and smiled endearingly. Unknown to anyone previously, Rachel had been terribly allergic reactions to elf dander. How are you allergic to elf? Within moments, Rachel's whole body turned bright red and began to puff. This reaction was not like normal reaction. What? Oh, not like a normal reaction. Sorry, can't read. The very foundational composition of Rachel's person began to change. Rachel started to sprout lumps from her legs and forehead. Her fingers grew extra eyes. Rachel continued to mutate. It became obvious to the onlookers what was happening. Rachel was transforming into the pure embodiment of all of Christmas. Kyle realized that if he was going to keep his job as Santa, this would have to be nipped in the bud. Kyle started to pull elves off of the growing Rachel. Instead of slowly the growing process, I can't read today. This seemed to give Rachel's body more space to develop new limbs and ears. After pulling a few more elves, Kyle threw up in his hands in frustration and gave up. He walked out of the building. Rachel continued to grow, becoming a shapeless mess of teeth, shoulders, and fat. The elves were slowly enveloped. After the initial shock wore off, the surrounding community began to appreciate Rachel's new form. How? Okay. Over the years, she became an icon of local Christmas celebration, acting as a centerpiece for decoration and celebration. Rachel truly became the embodiment of Christmas. Kyle, still Santa, remained very jealous. Huh. Okay. That would not happen in real life, but it's fine. Oh, we didn't do that last time. Kyle twiddled his fingers and sang a Christmas tune under his breath to open the door. The door swung open, letting Kyle through. Check sewing machine? Oh, I didn't do that. Okay, there was nothing there apparently. Oh, return to bedroom. I didn't do my list. I don't know who Gabby is. She's naughty. Kyle crashed. What? Gabby crashed through Kyle's floor and began punching him in the face repeatedly. After a few minutes, she left through his bedroom door. Kyle thought of Rachel. Naughty. Kyle thought of Techno Jim. Naughty. Kyle, naughty. Okay. What? Where did she come from? Back to room, scavenge for elves. That's enough. Let's move to kitchen. Oh, well, we're doing that now. More. Kyle responded, scream and spin in circles. Yes. Kyle started to stretch out his arms wide and tilt his neck upwards and was interrupted by his producer telling him that that it was time to start the show. Are we actually doing this? Explain that you are Santa. I am your host, Santa Claus. I am here to bring you Christmas cheer. Kyle put his notes down and looked at Rachel. Said Rachel, not understanding. It is not something to joke about, Rachel, said Kyle. I take being Santa very seriously. And I take you very seriously, Kyle, said Rachel, trying to play along. I am not Kyle, said Kyle. I am Santa Claus. Produce present. In an effort to convince Rachel of his Santa nature, Kyle hacked the present out of his mouth into his hand. Kyle pushed the soggy present into Rachel's lap. Okay. Rachel looked slightly unsettled, but reached her hand in to undo the bow on top. Said Kyle, slamming his hand on top of Rachel's. You can't open it until Christmas. Rachel decided to play along. I'm sorry, Santa, said Rachel. Do you happen to have with you? Oh no! I think I did her as naughty. Oh my gosh. Oh gosh, this is not good. Yeah, said Kyle, pulling out his list. You don't rank well. Rachel was visibly taken back. Oh? Rachel said, why is that, Kyle? 'Cause you suck. Wow. That sucks. Kyle made no attempt to try to frame his comment as a joke. He stared at Rachel expressionlessly. Well, Kyle, said Rachel, being that I am Santa Claus, I'm not sure you have the authority to say that. Rachel pulled her own naughty and nice list. What? Wait a minute. And you, Kyle, said Rachel, are getting awfully close to switching to the naughty list. She hovered a pen menacingly. No, Rachel, no, said Kyle. Don't do that. Rachel held her mouth open with a maniacal smile and drew the pen slightly closer to her list. Kyle divided across the stage, napping at Rachel's hand to try to steal away either the list or her pen. A fistfight between the two ensued. Blows were given to the face of each with equal gusto. After several minutes being slightly amused, the producer thought it might be better to end the broadcast. As the lights shut off, the studio closed. Kyle and Rachel were still locked in combat, neither backing down. Who the true Santa between the two was never figured out. But indeed, that night, the true Santa was involved in a fist fight and did not deliver any presents. It was the worst Christmas ever. Kyle got in a fight. Well, that sucks. Well, I'm gonna leave this video here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to hit the like button. Subscribe today for more awesome videos. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace and Merry Christmas.